Chapter 7 Programming in Scratch. In the previous classes, you have studied about the basic features and components of Scratch, the use of the commonly used blocks, including moving the sprite, changing its look, making it speak dialogues, and changing the background of the stage. In this chapter, we shall understand how to actually use Scratch to create programs by providing instructions to the computer with the help of scripts. In addition to all the actions you have learned in Scratch, you can also perform mathematical operations including addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, and define conditions to make the sprite perform accordingly. For these purposes, the sensing, data and operators categories can be used. Sensing blocks. The sensing category in Scratch contains blocks that can detect the keyboard and mouse input while running the script. They are light blue in color. Sensing block. Description. This block checks whether the sprite is touching the mouse pointer. This block checks whether the sprite is touching a specific color. This block checks whether a color on the sprite is touching a specific color. This block is used to display an input box in which you type the value and it stores the value in the answer variable. This block checks whether the specified key is being pressed. This block checks whether the mouse button is clicked or not. Variable blocks. A variable is a stored value in the memory of Scratch. It can take any value during the execution of the program, but it can only hold one value, only numbers and text at a time. If you click on a variable in the scripts area, it will display a small callout with the value of the variable. When you click the variables block in the blocks palette area, 5 variable blocks appear. They are orange in color. Initializes the variable with a specified value. Shows the variable on the stage. Displays the variable's name on the stage. Changes the value of the selected variable by the specified amount. Hides the variable on the stage. To learn how to declare the variables, follow these steps. Step 1. Click the Make a Variable button in the Variable category. The New Variable dialog box appears. Step 2. Name the variable you want to declare. Step 3. Select the option for all sprites or for this sprite only to apply the variables to all the sprites or to the selected sprite only, respectively. Step 4. Click the OK button. Operators blocks. The operators category contains the blocks which perform mathematical and string handling operations. Strings are sequences of binary computer characters including spaces, more commonly known as letters and numbers. They are light green in color and 17 in number. Operators block. Description. These blocks add, subtract, multiply and divide the two values given on the either sides of the operator. These blocks compare two sets of data with the help of conditional operators. This block picks a random number within a specified range. This block combines the two string values entered in the boxes. This block tells the length of the specified string. Some examples to understand better. Now that you know the use of all the above blocks used in programming in Scratch, let us learn to put them together to form a script. Moving the sprite 30 steps. This script will move the sprite 6 multiply 5 steps in the forward direction when you click the green flag button. Making the sprite ask you your name it. This script will ask you the question, "What is your name?" and then show it in a bubble for 2 seconds. Displaying two numbers at a time, one from 1 to 10 and another from 5 to 50. This script will display two numbers at a time and also change the costume of the sprite each time after display the numbers. Making the sprite compare two numbers. This script will make the sprite ask you to input two numbers whose values will be stored in the variables declared beforehand. Then, Scratch will compare their values and give the output according to the conditions. Making the balloon sprite glide to random places. Quick recap. Scratch can be used to perform mathematical operations including addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, and define conditions to make the sprite perform accordingly. The sensing category in Scratch contains blocks that can detect the keyboard and mouse input while running the script. A variable is a stored value in the memory of Scratch. It can take any value during the execution of the program, but it can only hold one value, only numbers and text at a time. The variable blocks are 5 in number and orange in color. The operators category contains the blocks which perform mathematical and string handling operations. Strings are sequences of binary computer characters, including spaces, more commonly known as letters and numbers.